Does your steering feel hard to turn, or do you hear grinding noise when you turn it all the way to the end? It's high time you serviced your power steering system. I'm Joe here, and welcome to Gear Culture. To get our job done, of course, we need the ATF itself that we're going to be using to replace the old one in. We need about 1.5 liters, but it doesn't hurt having more. Some of it is actually what remained in my previous service of the transmission fluid. We have some pick tools because we're going to use them to help pull off the hose from the reservoir. Then we have our syringe. This is what we're going to do to suck out the old fluid as much as we can. We have also some clamps for the hoses. We're going to remove the ones that are on the car because they're single-use clamps. We can use these reusable ones. Of course, we're going to use some pliers to help us remove the clamps. I couldn't find my other clamp remover, so I'll repurpose with the pliers. Then we have the reservoir itself. This is a new one. Febi as a brand. Those who know Febi Bilstein, they make some good quality parts. Then of course we have the container we're going to drain the old fluid into, and we get some jack stands there, and the jack, what we're going to do is going to lift up the car, because at some point we will need to turn the steering wheel left and right. With the car jacked up in the air, it is way much easier, puts less stress on the pump, and we'll be able to push out the old fluid, as you will see in my demonstration. All right, let's get the work started. Let's pop the hood open. Our clean engine bay. By the way, if you haven't watched my episode on how I got to wash out this engine, just click it up in the top right, top left, whichever side. I'm going to be putting the link there. You can watch that episode on how we cleaned out this engine. So here is our reservoir, and as you can see clearly, it reads ATF only. And actually, there are two types of labels. There's one that has a green label here. It will have CHF. So for this case, we're going to use ATF, automatic transmission fluid, the same fluid that goes into your transmission. By the way, if you didn't get to watch our episode on how we go to service our transmission, you could as well also look it up. It's going to be up on top of either sides of the screen. But also that's a very detailed video on how we ended up servicing our transmission. For better accessibility and doing this work in a more easier way, we're going to remove this scoop or intake scoop for us to be able to have a better area to work with. We'll go ahead and open this up. Well, we do have fluid. Lots of it though, but want to check the quality of this stuff, because for starters what we need to do is we're going to empty this reservoir, then unclamp it from the bracket, then we'll do the rest of the removal of the hoses from the reservoir. Go ahead and suck this out, the old fluid in the syringe. It looks brown already. Transmission fluid is supposed to look cherry red. This is all brown. It's totally brown, meaning this stuff is really too old. Yep. This one has been in there way long overdue. This is no longer cherry red. This is something else. This stuff wasn't effective anymore. So we've sucked out as much as we can. So the next thing we're going to do is disconnect this bracket so that we can pull off this whole reservoir and get access to the hoses that go underneath it. This bracket is held in place by two 10mm nuts. Oops, dropped it. Okay, I'll find it later. It's all the way down on the floor. So we'll just lift this off the holding, remove these washers, make sure you don't lose them. Then lift this out of place. There you go. I'll want to disconnect the old clamp from here. Just going to destroy this. This is the return one, the one that comes in from seemingly the center of the reservoir. Just maybe to show you with the new one. This right here is the return. So this is what we're going to disconnect. So all the fluid that comes back from the system comes in through here. Then there is a filter on the inside, that white, I don't know if it's visible, but there is that component in there. It's white. That itself is the filter. So return through the filter, then goes back out through this other side. So we're going to disconnect this and try to pump as much of the fluid through the system to come out through the pipe that feeds into the return. Once we release, of course, there's going to be some fluid coming out from the hose. Okay, so we have our clamp opened. I'm going to try and pull this out without using the picking tools and see if it can easily come out. Just wiggle it left to right and seemingly coming loose here. I just got this cap of the new one. It's what I'm going to use to cap the old one, so that you don't have flow coming through. Oh no. Okay, capped in there. With the car now jacked up, all its front wheels are in the air. That will make it easy for me to turn it. Then I've placed this container in a nice position here and clipped the hose down there and made sure that it flows in here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn on the car, turn the engine, turn the wheel left and right, and that should let the fluid get pumped, whatever is left in there, to get pumped into this side. Let's do that now. As you can see, we have pulled out quite a lot of the old fluid. It's all brown. It is all brown. This is like a chocolate drink. I will now go ahead and remove the second hose and clip it as well. Go. Just wiggle it, twist it a bit. We need a second cup just in case it starts pouring all over the place. We're going to be needing this bracket, so we're going to remove it. By the way, when you look through, you'll see there's a pointing arrow on this reservoir, which we also have here, and another one. Actually, this other side is what we're looking at. That one there. You can see there's another arrow pointing up. It has to line up. It has to line up with this bit that where the clamp pinches. So I think this is a 10 millimeter. Let's just open this up and get this off, then clean it up and install it on the new one. Just loosen it. We don't need to get it all the way out. That should be enough for it to get off. So put away the old. Now we have to clean this up because we can't put it back looking not good. So I'll wipe it down. Now fit in. We've cleaned the bracket already and tighten it now. We don't want to tighten it too much to crush anything. We just want it to be tight enough to hold the reservoir in place. There you go. Now we take it back and install it back into the car. I will now go ahead and reinstall the reservoir, but I'm going to first start with the outlet that takes the thing to the system. That's where I'm going to connect first, so that you can fill this thing up, run the oil through the system, and dump it out through the return line until when we see that we have cherry red fluid coming through. So I'll connect the hose slowly. Make sure that you orient as you're feeding this in. Just make sure that you position it the way it would naturally sit without over twisting. So I'm just trying to make sure it is in there, it's correctly set. Then I'm using clamps. I'm not using the ones that were there on the car before. I'm using different clamps, the ones that can easily allow me to even use a standard Phillips to screw or unscrew. Place them in a position that is easy for me to reach and tighten. Just place this back here. We shall then go ahead and fill it up with fluid. This one had been used a bit. So, oops, we're having a leak. We're having a leak. Oh no. Silly me. Yeah, the return was open. Silly me. I've wasted all the transmission fluid. Oh, jeez. I thought it would be less messy, but well, you learn a couple of things as you do this. So yeah, I'll put the cup there. Forgot about that, and yeah, wasted a lot of it. So guys, don't make that mistake. Don't be like Joe this time round. Sometimes we make mistakes. We can't be perfect all through and through. It's human. Go ahead and close it. We're going to start the car again and turn the wheels and start so that it pushes out the fluid. That all there is transmission fluid wasted. All that is going all the way to the back. I'll have to clean up this after though. Just clean this in here. That's not going anywhere at all. So what we're going to do now is fill it up. I am wondering whether to swap out the new cover with the one that was on the old Reservoir. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. But for now, I think I'm going to keep the old cover, this one with the yellow label. Then we'll see if that holds on very well. With everything nicely installed, back goes on our intake cover. There you go. Yeah, there we have it. I think it looks good with the old cover on. Feels authentic already. I'll keep it there. Let's turn the car within the compound and see how easy it feels. Moment of truth. The steering actually feels very much lighter than it was before. Because before I had to really put in some elbow grease to tie in very tight spots like this one. Yep, that's how much transmission fluid I spilled out. Accidentally. Well, can't cry over spilt milk or spilled ATF. Yep, so there you have it. We've managed to change out the reservoir for the power steering fluid, as well as change the fluid to cleaner ATF, and managed to drive the car within the compound, and it felt softer than it was before. If you liked what you watched, go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. Share this video with your friends, and click the notification button so that you can get more clean content like this. Otherwise, peace out.